Hello Sinister Ones and welcome to a top 10. This top 10 is going to be split into my top 5 urban legends, which will be numbers 10 to 6, and my top 5 creepypastas, which will be 5 to 1. Let's begin. Number 10, Tiki Tiki. Tiki Tiki was one of the urban legends I remember first hearing about from Creepsmcpasta. Tiki Tiki is a Japanese urban legend about a schoolgirl who was cut in half by a train after her bullies tied her down to the train tracks so she could be ran over. Tiki Tiki is a very vengeful spirit who roams urban areas and train stations during the night, and if she moves around by her hands and elbows, then she lost her legs. So dragging herself makes a scratching or a tiki tiki noise. When she finds a target, she will chase them down and cut them in half with a scythe or another weapon. There's a story about a boy walking alone at night who saw a gorgeous woman in a window. He was going to approach and ask what she's doing there. She jumped out, showing her lower half was missing, and chased him. He wasn't fast enough to escape, so she cut him in half and killed him. Number 9, the Mothman. One of the most known legends live in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Sightings were reported between November 15th, 1966 to December 15th, 1967, and some to this day still report the Mothman sightings. Mothman is mostly known for the collapse of the Silver Bridge on December 15th, 1967, the last time he was reported originally. Some say the Mothman is an omen for something awful to come after that. Number 8, the Dogman. I am a resident of Michigan, so I should know about the Dogman. Dogman is like Michigan's Bigfoot or skunk ape. Sightings were originally reported back in 1887 when 2 lumberjacks reported a sighting of him. Since then, a lot of reports have been made. Some have been proven false, and others really can't be determined. One story of a man who was attacked by 5 wild dogs. He reported after he shot his gun in the air, one of them stood up on 2 legs, glared, and then ran off. Number 7, Bloody Mary. I mean, come on. Who hasn't heard Bloody Mary before? This is a legend that a lot of us grew up with. Some of us were horrified of it. Some of us even believed in it. This is one of the darker urban legends and one of the most famous. It goes where if you face a mirror in a pitch black room and say Bloody Bloody Mary 3 times, she will appear and kill you by gouging your eyes out, strangling you, or slitting your throat. Some say there's ways to get out of it. There are so many versions of the story that it's very difficult to cover. Number 6, the Slit-Mouthed Woman. I love this story so much. The Slit-Mouthed Woman, known as Kuchisaka Onna. This is my favorite urban legend. I love this one. The legend goes a beautiful woman was the wife of a samurai in Japan, who everybody in the village adored and would flirt with. She would actively flirt back, which would make her husband jealous. One day she grew brave enough to cheat on him, and once he learned of this, he became enraged and gave her a Glasgow smile, which is made by cutting a person's face ear to ear. After, he then said, "Who will think you're pretty now?" Today, Kuchisaka Onna will appear wearing a coat and a surgical mask. She will target someone walking alone. She will then approach them and ask, "Do you think I'm pretty?" Once they answer, she will remove her mask and ask, "How about now?" If you say yes, she will cut your mouth the same as hers, ear to ear. If you say no, she will simply kill you. The only known way to get away is to say so. This will confuse Kuchisaka Onna long enough for you to escape from her. Maybe during COVID, who knows how many sightings of her have been truly made. Now for the creepypasta side of things. Number 5, Ben Drowned. Ben Drowned is an iconic creepypasta. It's a story about a haunted copy of Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask that is haunted by a child named Ben. The game gets stranger and stranger as our narrator plays through. The story itself goes on in 3 parts. That started in 2010 and ended 10 years later in 2020. I'd go read the story if I were you, because I am very unsure when I will read this one. I know I will, but I'm not sure when. Number 4, Jeff the Killer. Another iconic one. This was the first video I made when I rebooted my channel. It's such a great story about a boy named Jeff who was a strange boy. And in a fight at a birthday party in the end, he ended up horribly burnt and disfigured. So he murdered his parents and attempted to kill his brother. This has inspired a lot of stories, like Jane the Killer about Jeff's rival, and Homicidal Lou about his brother trying to find him. Jeff the Killer is truly one of the pioneers of creepypastas. Number 3, Candle Cove. Candle Cove is truly an interesting and underrated one. It starts with somebody remembering a show from their youth, but never able to find it. They go on a forum to ask about the show to find answers, and they end up finding a lot of other people who remember the show as well. Candle Cove, then one of them mentions an episode where it's just constant, awful screaming, which everybody ends up remembering. But our narrator's mother mentions at childhood, their kid, at a specific time, our narrator would just sit in front of a TV with static on it, saying their favorite show is on. Number 2, Penpal. I like Penpal a lot. This is an amazing story that is out of order, actually. The stories are out of order. One story is about a pen pal going wrong. Another is about our narrator's cat. And the other is about our narrator's best friend. I will link Creepypasta's video in the description below for pen pal, so you can go ahead and watch it. Number 1, Blue Light. I love Blue Light so much. This one is about a boy learning the horrors of war from his father coming back home. Like Pen Pal, I will link Creepypasta's video in the description below so you can listen to it for yourself, because this one is truly a great one that I want to read too. Thank you everybody for watching this video again. This is the week of videos for Halloween and we're halfway through. Thank you for 50 subscribers. Good night, sinister ones. I will see you all tomorrow with a new video.